Hello. Yeah, I decided to get some new looks for the New Year's. I always love like creating new artistic stuff, maybe a little too much. Hello, Cthulhu too. I'm not sure. I was Googling copyright-free playlist and like energy and fantasy and blah blah blah. But there you go. Actually, because people kept asking for the last one, I'm like, I have no idea. So I actually saved the links this time. So there's that. But yeah, we are doing open reviews today for a couple hours, and then Mrs. Clausius will be streaming later, and she will be doing a little bit of Go and then Baldur's Gate. But first, classy time. Anyone want a game review? It is open reviews, so the first one post their link gets it. OGS URL link. And if you're on YouTube, just send the last bit of the URL, just send the game ID of the URL. Okay. Go ahead. Ooh, with comments. See what people said. And we do the little up and low button. Okay. Look at that automatic scene switcher. I love it. Spent like 2 hours learning how to do that. Nice. Color Go server still working? That's awesome. Mostly bots. Yeah, unfortunate. It's still really pretty, though. I love this so much. I want to get tsumegodragon to this quality. Yeah, I want to get tsumegodragon to this quality. That'd be great. This was a lot of time invested, though. Ah, man, if only it was active. Honestly, if only it could hook up to OGS API. I really wish this could hook up to OGS API because it's a lot prettier, but all because of this little influence thing, they can't do it. I think is annoying. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! I'm so sorry. I walked in on a robot killing a new player. Yeah. I would love to recommend it to new players, but how would they transition, right? Yeah, I would love to do more with this. Maybe we can make it popular. How does the tutorial look? Send a URL link or take a game review. Hey. Do they have a cgs.com? No. No, they do not. $1.25 million for that. Oh my gosh. Okay. Back to the game review. Oh, nice. Thank you. Me versus Fox opponent. What level is this? Oh, crap. Go away. Hello, AGA. Riku. Really? This is 3Q? Oh, it's not horrible, I guess. It's not the ideal spots. I really want this move because it also activates this cut. So it's almost Sente. This is really big, but I want to say the diagonal is bigger. But it's not like you're losing all that much. Going down. We're playing all these fourth line moves. We're going down instead of up. Like I said, it's not the end of the world. My opening actually sucks, so you might know more than I do about it. But typically, when I see fourth line, I want to see influence. Okay, you got to the good one. Yep. All right, I want to say black's a little bit ahead. L16 might be a little bit better. I disagree. I understand the reason, but this is your eye space, and I love having solid eye space. Like, imagine that. I don't like that. So I want to say I like this one better. You really don't want to block this diagonal, do you? It activates a cutting point, so it's okay. Hey, newbies are welcome. I love teaching newbies. They improve the fastest from my advice. I love like telling someone something and it immediately ranks them up. It's such a good feeling. I wish all of you guys could just watch my stream and then rank up every stream. All right, I don't really have a lot of comments for black so far. I will say I don't like this combination, so something's wrong here. Yeah, right. They still play the game. I feel like you are not making a goal combination. So all of your moves locally feel fine. Okay. And I'll actually look with the AI a little bit. This is something you should check with the AI, not just me. But it feels, oh, that's nice. That's nice. But it feels like your stones are not working together. Locally, they're all fine. But globally, I don't see a combination. So I want to say you're playing a lot of influence moves, but then you keep trying to get territory. Like you went down here, you're going in the corner here. But you need to double check this with AI and get your opening down with AI. But I want to say that's the feeling I'm getting so far. They love their large nice mesh. Holy crap. Hold on. Are you ahead on points? The 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 18, 20. 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 22, 46. No, you're not. Dang. I was thinking about that. But I think you need territories to go here. I think you're short on territory. I think you need it. These stones aren't doing anything. Also, you don't... Just keep in mind, you can ignore this, but keep in mind that this is not a settled group now. So you do want to get to this move soonish. But I do agree that Tanuki's okay. Territory seems small, but if you get it in Sente, it doesn't matter. The idea is to get territory in Sente. It doesn't have to be big or small. It has to be Sente. That's the key. Sente. Big or small actually doesn't matter. This one feels a little bit much. Because you already got the territory, yeah? Let me think. If I go something like here. You go here, 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 here. Maybe you're right. No, this one you need this one. There's nothing I can do here. This is just thinking. But this one you needed the eye space. This one you don't. Big difference. So this one I don't like. Yeah, that's annoying in-game now. A little bit of a mistake with R18. Good jump. Good jump. Like, locally, all your stuff is fine. I just don't see a global combination. Whoa! No! You cannot afford to do that. Can you? Hold on. If I get this cut, that's 15 points of territory and a weak group. And I'm giving up a cut right here, which gives me a weak group, and I lose 6 to 10 points of territory? Maybe 2 weak groups. It should be okay. I think I would go for it. I would probably go for it. What does AI say? What does AI say? Wow! No, you... Oh, wow. That's crazy. It's not here. This is looks like a minor mistake. What about my move? Something like right here. Y plus 0.2. Y plus 0.8. I got half a point on you. Okay, this one is black plus 1.4. Wow, that's crazy. That's a crazy Tanuki. That's cool. technically basic says fix our cuts, but yeah. This has to be smaller than this, yeah? Follow up your move. One thing you'll notice about AI is AI never wants to play a big move. AI always wants to fight. It's always attack or counterattack. Aggressive defense or attack. That's pretty much all it is. 90% of the time. Sometimes territory is just enough, but most of the time the AI wants to fight. So these stones are taking white space, so it's kind of like a double attack. If we play on them, though, we can get really heavy. But the AI is really good at it, so there's a lot of attack and defense patterns to learn from AI. You're playing a cuttable shape next to a cuttable shape and a weak group. I don't like that you're leaving this. It might be possible, but I feel like you're going to get in trouble in the future of this game. Also, you didn't gain anything from the Tanuki but 2 points, so you settled this, but it costs you like 10 points. So if you lose another 10 points here, you're going to be really far behind, right? Let's see, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, maybe 22, 24. White has 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 2, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, plus Comey, so 40. You need some territory. Oh. This might be okay. I actually haven't read all this, but yeah, defending yourself should be okay. What? What about this section? Is there an attack in the future? Maybe. So we can potentially get something here in the future. We need those 20. We need the 20 points. Where are we going to get the 20 points? It has to be in here, right? But there's no weak group. Maybe attach and try to get this. Try to get something in Sente. Yeah, there's no weak group. This being fixed is really annoying. Ew. Yeah, of course cut that. Super easy. Oh, weak group acquired. Weak group acquired. That is a juicy target. Yep, push it to the wall. Yep. Nope. Peep first. This is the profit. You're not trying to kill this. This is the profit, so you gotta get the profit. Maybe you could do this, or maybe you can cash out. It depends on a judgment call. Counting and judgment. So cash out or keep attacking. That is a judgment call. Probably cash out, because it's the second half of middle game. So you can say 2 center quadrants are done, and there's 2 center quadrants that are open. So that means we're halfway done with the middle game. So I think in the second half of middle game, you cash out. Yeah, Slarty, the comment says, there's little profit in this attack. Yeah, that's the big issue. Is, I think your game is too local. You need a global combination, and you know all the shapes, but you're not quite using them correctly, is my feeling. Like, you know the shapes, but you got to understand the goals more. So, like, you want profit from an attack. You want to know the win condition or the lose condition. What do you need in this game, and then use the shapes to get it. So you know all the shapes, you just got to figure out how to make them work, or what you want with them. This can't be right. The elephant is a knight's move. This has a ton of cutting points. I want to say this is just going to be a mistake. This is greedy. You're trying to kill. Don't try to kill. Trying to kill almost never works. Let them die. Don't try to kill stuff. Let them kill themselves. They're really good at it. But the moment you try to kill, you lose everything. Oops. Probably playing too fast here. Oh no, it's game over. You're down 20 points and you don't get the center. I'm sorry. I don't know how to count, apparently. Black's winning by 2. Okay. 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. This is dead, right? 30, 32, 33, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, plus Comey. Let's just make it 50. Make it easier to count. Black has 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30. Yeah, you're down 20 points. What the heck? This is black plus 2. How? Am I missing something? These are dead, right? How am I miscounting this much? Where's the points coming from? I'm not counting these yet, and I'm not giving as many over here. I don't know. I wanna say that I don't agree with the AI, simply because we can't finish the game as well as the AI. I want to say black's losing. Now, endgame's worth a lot. You've already, in my mind, you've already like hashed several points. But I typically try to count the territory on the board and then try to come up with the next several moves in my head and then maybe count those. But territory on the board, I think you were down by 20 cash. And the AI, I think, could just play the endgame and is like, okay, you're only down by this much if you play the rest of the moves. A little bit of a different judgment, I think. Okay, what is it now? So here and here, these are the two areas I did not count. This one I only gave 5, and there's a lot more than that. This one, you getting this one is very nice. So I think the end game was really nice. So does that mean before you died right here, you're up? Fix, whatever. Let's see. What? Oh, okay, you're gonna die. That makes sense. That makes sense. I'm sorry. Sorry. Okay, so if we fix this, are we up? Okay, you're by 10. Nice. Dude, I just cannot count the end game. I don't know. Something's off with my judgment. However, I think this is losing these stones is a mistake. I think he could have cashed out. Let me actually check what that would have been. If we cash out, is this okay? Okay, similar. A little bit of an easier play, though, I think. I think this is an easier 10 points than this. I don't know, but... Okay. I don't like this shape. Usually you're supposed to Knight's move. I didn't like this wall on top until white gave you something to attack, so I really like the attack you came up with here. I did not expect white to get so heavy, though. That was a lot better than I thought you were going to get. Yeah. Attack for profit, and I think your opening doesn't really have a combination. You know all the local shapes, but my feeling is you don't have a global combination. But my opening sucks, so double check that with the AI. No obvious mistakes. Your game's pretty solid. What is keeping you from Wondon? This game does not show me what's keeping you from Wondon. It might be profiting, but I will say getting cut with these two is definitely a big no-no. So you gotta you gotta watch your cutting points. It is everything in attack and defense is to understand these cutting points. So make sure you understand those. Might be why you're 3Q instead of 1-on. I don't know. I'd have to look at more games. Shapes in the middle game are typically about the cutting points. Like nets, capture the cutting stones. Ladders, capture the cutting stones. Squeeze, get the stones into a bad shape so you can start surrounding them and attacking them. There's cut to Sujis. There's connection to Sujis. Understanding if you're cut or not helps you Tanuki more. Right? All that stuff. I don't like this left. It feels like you lost value here. White had Aji and you fixed it. Oh, don't fix Aji, by the way. Aji Keshi is like 1-don to 5-don on Fox is going to be learning how to use Aji. So if you're playing Aji Keshi right now, you're going to really get stuck. Because you have to learn how to use Aji, and if there's no Aji to work with. Yeah, but up here, my idea of it's okay if it's Sente. Trying to do everything in Sente is kind of like the modern idea. Now, whether you can do it right or not is what separates the strong players from the weak players, but that's the idea. And yeah, hopefully you find that helpful. Okay. Looking at this one. Am I reviewing for black or white? Oh, I'm prepared. I have trained myself for this moment. The last 17 years, I have been working for this specific moment. Bring it on. Third review of this game. I don't know. They're the one who posted it. Is it black or white though? I need to know. A review for black or white. Black. Okay. Da-da-da-dum, da-dum. Okay, my typical tip is go for the side that has the widest line. Draw a line from each thing. So the left is star point +1. This one is star point to star point. This one is star point -1. And then this one is star point to star point. And I use the star points as a shortcut, but you could actually count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or whatever. But my star point is like how I do it quickly. So I would say the left side is where I'd want to be. And there's 3 options. There's enclose, there's approach, and there's extension. 4 space or 5 space jump. Okay, nice. Probably you want to go 5 space though. The idea is you want to make sure that they can't make a base comfortably. All right, so you see how white's cramped? But if you go this far, then white actually gets a little bit of room. So I think 5 space jump is the furthest you want to go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Jump over 5 spaces. Do not underestimate the power of the 3-4 enclosure. It is amazing. It is awesome. It is your friend. This is the Incredible Hulk. Cut. Ooh. That's an interesting. Okay, this is a elephant's eye. So this is a diagonal jump, is an elephant's eye. Cutting the elephant is a very powerful attack. If you jump right here, whoever cuts the other one off first is going to be much, much better. Because this one, white's connected everywhere. You cannot cut this shape. You cannot cut that shape. Diagonal, diagonal. Impossible to cut. But black is cut. So this one is whoever plays first gets a really good shape. Do not push diagonals. You just bump your own head, lose liberties, help your opponent connect, blah, 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 blah. Instead, what you need to do is expand the space that you're controlling, and that is your base, your eye space. The space that will keep you alive. If you're getting surrounded, you need eye space. Do not help your opponent connect. Okay? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, man, do I have a website for you. Hold on. Gotta self-promo a little bit. Hold on. Okay. We need this site. This is Go Problems. We're going to toggle this beginner, and you got to master all of these sections. Okay, just toggle on the beginner and master all of these. So this one is going to be second line cuts. So this will be cutting or connecting. Both are the same lesson, kind of. And I bet you it's about to see. Yep, there it is. There it is. See? There it is. This is my website, so I'm really biased, but I think it's awesome. Yeah, and you want to get down these second line cuts. You just want to do dozens and dozens and dozens, hundreds of beginner problems. Just go through, like, you can do dozens in like a few minutes. That's the idea. And just train your eyes. That's all you're doing. You can go through it the first time, just learn the patterns, and then every time after that, just drill your eyes. Like, that's all you're doing is reinforcing the shape. So the first time through, you can look at the answers, learn it, it's fine. Try to figure it out, but if you can't figure it out in like 30 to 60 seconds, just look at the answer. Just learn the tactic. The second time, third time, fourth time, fifth time, and infinity and beyond, you just do it straight up and just over and over and over until your eyes will see it like instantly. Thank you, Kwahiri. You were in Mrs. Clausy Page's stream, yeah? Your buddy. I actually recognized it because the name was red. And it was red on mine over there too. So it looked exactly the same. The colors matter, man. Helps me recognize. Okay, so all of this, the site, yeah. That's not it. That's not it either. Oh, is that the one you were doing the, is he the Skype call? Ah, Discord call. Ah, nice to see you. Or not see you. Nice to notice you. Because I can't see you because you're on Twitch. Yeah, my thought is right here. The idea of these touching fights, what you really want to get down is the touching fights are all about the cutting points and connections, okay? You want to understand what gets cut and what doesn't. So when you're doing the connection and cut problems, you want to think, okay, this is a net, right? Just in case you don't know. Okay, this is a net. It traps the cutting stone. Ladders trap the cutting stone. Squeezes sometimes trap the cutting stones, right? And then you want to notice when your opponent is cuttable because you can attack them. So here's kind of your rule of thumb. You want to have connected shapes and you want to cut your opponent's shapes from your strong shapes. If you attack their cutting points while you have cutting points, it could backfire, it could blow up. But if you attack their cutting points staying connected with connected shapes, it is very powerful because now they have multiple problems and you don't. So attack and defense, the first things to learn, and pretty much until Dawn level, are cutting points and connections. It just gets more complex, but it's still fundamentally it's cutting points and connections until like Dawn level. So you're gonna be at it for a while, but that is the secret to attack and defense. And it even starts here at this level. It just becomes a little bit more abstract the stronger you get. Do I have a website for you? Okay. Pushing diagonals is taking your own liberties. So this is why you keep getting in trouble, is because you need liberties to do things. If you don't have liberties, then you die. So liberties help you move without dying. Less liberties means your opponent gets a lot of forcing moves to trap you. Wait a second. I completely forgot that I've made this, like spent a year of my life to make this. This is a playlist I have for Ghost Strategy. It's called the Colossi Approach. Just watch the first video of each section. I'm sorry, it's too long. I try to put everything I knew into it, and it's a little bit long, like 50 hours. So just watch one per section, and that way you're not wasting whole 50 hours. That playlist is pretty much everything that I know. The problem is most people don't have 50 hours, and just because I say it doesn't mean you'll understand exactly what I'm getting at. But that was me trying to put everything that I know into a playlist. Oh, this is interesting. This is something you really want to have down. You're putting white into Atari. That is a good attack. But you're doing it from stones that are in Atari. Defense first. If you are not alive, you cannot attack with it. You want to attack from strong shapes. If you attack from weak shapes, your opponent's just going to survive by capturing you. The best defense is through your opponent's cutting points, if possible. It's not always possible. You need to be smart with it. But defense first, and if you can defend yourself, get connected, or escape through their cutting points, it's very powerful. So, on the flip side, if you're attacking with a bunch of cutting points, you're giving your opponent chances to counterattack, and your shape will fall apart. So just keep that in mind. Here, I think just don't tunnel vision on dead stuff. If you're trapped and you're done, then just move on. Just fix this cutting point, and then go get a big move. The more you invest, the bigger it gets. And actually, this is true at single-digit Q as well. I will see players die. I will see single-digit Q players die, and it's only worth, let's say, 15 points. It's a lot. It's not a little, but it's like 15 points. And then they'll tunnel vision on it and play out the entire sequence, even though they know they're dead. It's, I gotta finish mentality. I gotta finish the sequence. I gotta play it out. And they'll double the value of the group. Instead of a 15-point dead group, it's now a 30-point dead group, because they lose all of the Aji, all the potential peeps and forcing moves. They try to finish the sequence, and they lose all of those potential weaknesses and force the opponent to fix everything. This is why forcing your opponent to do things is bad, unless they're dying. Then you can hold their hand while they go die. But if you're just fixing their connections and helping them surround you, that is only going to lose you future value, and you're doubling the value of the dead group. So the sooner you realize it's dead, the better, because the later you realize, the more valuable the dead group is for your opponent. It's not easy. It'll take some practice, but what? I have so many questions. Okay. So this is going to be life and death. First off, you're in Atari. One of your first habits should be to fix your Ataris. This one you don't fix because you're trapped. If you're trapped, you can't do it, so move on. Fix your Atari. However, when you get strong enough to know this life and death problem, you'll say, hey, I need eyes. Okay, so then you can start looking at forcing moves to increase this eye shape. Okay. Unfortunately, this one dies, but your opponent doesn't know that, so maybe you can get lucky. But again, this group does not have a lot of liberties, and you're trying to attack with it. If you're alive, let's say you're alive somehow. If you're alive, now your opponent has to worry about this stuff because he can't attack you anymore, so now he's surrounded. You still have cutting points, so it's not like super easy, but that's kind of the idea. Defense and then offense. I feel like you can't make up your mind if you're dead or not. Okay, so my advice, which some people might disagree with and you might disagree with, it's okay. I don't really mind if you don't want to do it. But my advice is go to 9x9. I want you to master Ataris and second line cuts. Just two things. Ataris, second line cuts. That's all you need from the 9x9. I don't want you missing Ataris. I don't want you missing second line cuts. If you can do that, then we go to 13x13. 13x13, I want you to know how to do the 3-space eye shape. 3-space eyes. That is... Ah! This, you need to know how to make 2 eyes. Okay, and then you need to know how to like do that from an invasion. You need to be able to 3-3 invade and make 2 eyes. Okay? From there, you need to learn how to push the borders to finish the game without activating your cutting points. So you push the borders without leaving like a double Atari. So don't miss Ataris. Second line cuts. Know the first life and death shape, which is 3 in a row. Or bent 3. And be able to push the borders and block the borders of a framework without getting like double Atari'd or cut or something. Like a cutting point, you need to know if it works or not when you're pushing the borders. So that way you don't fix something that doesn't work and you don't miss something that does. 4 things, and then 19x19. That is my advice. Take with it what you will. And I think that's probably good enough. If you don't really want more than like 1 or 2 things from each game, and I just gave you 4. So 1 or 2 things, and then you practice it, mess it up, get another review, mess it up 2 more times, get another review, and then you get it, and then you learn the next thing. Yeah, I'll leave it with that, and hopefully you found the review helpful. Who is next? Who would like a review? Okay, Levi. I'll review your game, Levi. Yeah, that's how I feel watching chess. I'm like, what is that? What does that mean? That's how we feel watching like the strong stuff when we're weak, right? I'm gonna let you guys in on an opinion that I am having. I think star points are a mistake. I just don't think they're good at the lower levels. I pretty much never see them used correctly. Sometimes you can make walls, but I never see the walls used right, or the walls become weak groups, or something like that. I don't know. In my opinion, I don't see these getting used very well below 5Q. So 6Q it's fine, but like below 5Q, I don't know if I would recommend these. It is an opinion that I have. No. Kind of what I'm talking about. You're supposed to pincer this or attach, I believe. Let me double check, because my opening sucks. Okay, you know what? Screw you, AI. 3-3, that's what you're supposed to do. Actually, oh, this one's big too. I really like this one, actually. This one, this isn't always set type, by the way. That's why we attach now. This is actually easy to ignore. This one leads to that, which is awesome. I love extending from Shamari's. It's great. Yeah, you can literally Tanuki this, Tanuki it again, and it can still live. This is alive. This is a very light stone. It's very flexible. You want to play flexible with the star point. Technically, I don't like White's Joseki either because it can be pushed to be flat. I don't like White's choice of Joseki, but I don't know. Maybe I'm just being too picky. I don't like any of it. I like this move. This is the move I want to do. I actually have an interesting take on that as well. I actually don't really care about star points and handicap. The reason, here's my defense of my opinion. 4 stones or more, less than 4 stones, even game. Treat it like an even game, same principles. 4 stones or more, different game. I think too many players don't know how to handle the unknown. You'll play the same patterns, you'll get similar middle games, and you'll just keep doing those over and over and over. That's fine, you can master that. But as soon as you play someone who messes up your game or messes up your flow, the game falls apart, right? So handicap is really good at forcing you into positions that you have no idea because you've never experienced it before. Because usually a stronger player's messing up your ideas, and they're better at it than you are. So you have to figure out how to handle these unique situations. You have to learn how to fight. You improve your attack and defense with high handicap. And then you have those handicap stones to help you fight. Because if you try to fight that player, you would just get outclassed. So you have all these friends helping you fight, that you gang up on them. And then as you improve your ability to fight, the handicap goes down. So in my opinion, high handicap doesn't really matter. I think star points might be better because you want your opponent to be able to flexibly attack you, because then you learn how to defend yourself. If you have Shamari's, your opponent's not going to be able to attack it, so then they have to just make more points than you. So yeah, it's probably better and more likely to win, but I think there's more to learn from probably the high handicap on star points. I think there's more to learn. But technically, you're probably more likely to win with 3-4 points in handicap games. So if you're trying to win, sure. But I think handicap's meant for learning and education, not for competition. Yeah, of course. And remember, 3 stones or less, even game. Same principles you would use in an even game. This is the crap I'm talking about. A double low wing. You know what you do? You 3-3. No, you 3-3. Double low wing, this is 3-3. Pretty sure AI agrees, right? Okay. Okay, timing's important. My point, though, is with a double low wing, the 3-3 is an amazing point. Because no matter what way your opponent blocks, one of the stones will be inefficient. So even if they build the bottom, you can go deal with the bottom. This stone can't develop now. So it doesn't really help the global combination. So you're not supposed to double low wing. And this is an extension, not an enclosure. There's a difference. You're not supposed to double extend, double low wing with a star point. Because the 3/3 now becomes a very valuable point for your opponent. It's almost always immediately played. Clearly not, but you know, you get the idea. I definitely agree with your timing. I kind of want to do this immediately just because I love this move. But you're probably right. Defense first. I know. People quoting me on my own crap. We're 6Q. I think we can Tsumegodragon this now. This one's really big too. This one might be bigger because this is flat. Depends on the game you want to play, honestly. They're probably both similar. Yeah, 1 point. Less than, I think it was 10%. So if we go percentages... Oh, this doesn't show percentages. Crap. A Korean pro told me if it's less than 10%, it doesn't matter. If the AI says less than 10% or less, it does not matter. That 10% or less is the difference between 1 Dan Pro and 9 Dan Pro. That 10% does not matter for us. So if you're in a move that's within that 10%, you're fine. You're it's a pro level move. Ish. It's a little bit strong to say that, but that's the idea. You don't have to stress about it too much. So I would say I like developing here and developing here. Let me go ahead and explain this one. I pushed the wrong button. This one is aiming at making this move more Sentai. Okay? Because it's an empty triangle. You're taking advantage of the low liberties. You're making this move more Sentai. So, at the higher levels, you'll start seeing that we know where the big moves are, but we're trying to make them better by playing this thing, which will make the follow-up bigger. And because that's the follow-up and it's going to be bigger, your opponent tries to counter it to stop that from being bigger. We're both looking at the big move, and we're trying to make it bigger or smaller, either way, but we're trying to get there first. That's a lot of the high-level games. That's pretty much what it is. Like, both players know where to go. We're just trying to do it better. So this is the idea. You want to learn that this is the important move and then learn how to get there in more Sentai. This is okay, but this is more to use an invasion point. You don't need to invade here. You can reduce because it's flat. So this one is like, hey, there's a big position. I want to do this and try to reduce somehow. But you don't need to. It's flat, so you can just reduce right here. It's a lot easier. Go away. I don't care about your 9 Dan Pro moves. I care about our 5Q, 6Q. This is a little bit not good. You have given 10 points of territory and a target to your opponent next to a wall. This feels like a very bad exchange. You did not need to be a target next to a wall and give your opponent 10 points. Running is fine. This is okay. Can you go here? Am I being greedy? It looks like yes. Yeah. Okay, too greedy. I tried. No! I think. Okay, black plus 12. 2 points. You lose 2 points. Fourth line. Hello, Fiashi. Sounds like an anime character. The entire point of this is not to get the corner. You get the corner becomes really big if your opponent stops everything on the outside and forces you to make the territory, so your opponent has to balance that. It's a balancing act. This is meant to be flexible. But if you're only going to get the corner, you've wasted a move, because that's a Shamari. You could have gotten the Shamari instead of this move. You don't necessarily care about the corner, you're threatening to get it, but you want to be flexible. The whole point of this is flexibility. If you want the corner, then get the corner here or here. Just get the corner. If you want the corner, get the corner, right? But if you do this, it's meant to play the board. And right now, the right side is very interesting. So if we can acquire a target and build the right in Sente, I would love to do this. Use the weak group to build points in Sente. That's an ideal scenario. On this board, it's not going to be that easy, but that's the idea. It's the concept. Nah, it's too far. It's too easy to defend. You're going to have to attack this one lightly, so a direct attack won't work when it's got this much room. Weak group first. Jump? I don't know. This is heavy. I don't like it. Maybe two space. I don't know. I gotta fix the group, but also there's not a good move. Just get this out of the way. Get this headache off the board. Just fix it and move on. Wait, how? This actually helps white if you Tanuki it. The eye shape here is better than the eye shape here or here. You actually helped white make better eye shape if you Tanuki it. Okay, where's the profit? Got a profit. We have 2 targets. Where do we want the profit? You can make it me I profit. I don't care, but it needs the profit. Let's see what happens. Okay, unsettle. Thank you for the follow. Attack the whole group. You want to attack the entire group, not just a part of it. Thank you, Protect Me. Dadgum. Holy crap, guys. Welcome. Thank you for all the follows. Dadgum. Okay, I like caps. They're cool. I think you have to unsettle. Like at the right side, you have to unsettle and then cap. A lot of follows right in a row. Yeah, thank you for the follows. Okay, where's the profit? Right? Okay, we haven't gotten anything. We got 2 to 4 points. Oh, cool. Love you. So, this is the difference between knowing the goal and not knowing the goal. Yeah, exactly. You're attacking and your opponent's getting a bigger center. It's backwards. So, you know the shapes. You're 6Q. You know shapes. You can't be 6Q without knowing something, right? But you don't quite understand the goal. So you see, like, I'm playing 1-point jumps, I'm unsettling, I'm playing knights moves and cap moves, I'm unsettling and looking at cuts, don't cut 1 stone, attack the whole group. But you're not getting anything from it. You want to use these to get something. That is the key. So remember, you're trying to unsettle and attack for profit, right? Your idea, the concept is, I want this 4th line in Sente. If I can do that, that'd be great. Let's try to force white right so I can get this 4th line territory in Sente. Or sometimes, I want influence in Sente. I want to control this center, or I want to support my weak group. This is what my profit's going to be. Sometimes profit is control, or supporting an invasion, or supporting a weak group. It can be a lot of things. But you want to attack in a way that you're trying to get something. Yeah, and when you attack, make sure that you're attacking the entire group. Tails are distracting. Okay. Oh, no. Remember, fundamentals of attack and defense. Fundamentals. Just stop the 20 Qs. Like I said, higher levels, still the same thing, just more complex. Don't get cut, especially when you're putting them into an empty triangle. The idea of this move is if they try to cut you, on this board it probably doesn't work, but if they try to cut you, you get to squeeze this shape. That is the purpose of this type of move. If you can be cut and there's no consequence for white, then your move is a mistake. Because you're playing defense. You're not supposed to be able to get cut. So if you get cut with no profit, you're doing it wrong. So this is way too good for white. Now you're getting 2 weak groups and you're running with a Knight's Move. Everything is dying. Everything's on fire. Yeah, trying to counterattack is good, but I think this is like a really difficult situation to get yourself out of. And it's because you didn't stay connected. Yeah, sacrifice is probably the best you can do. Wait, no. Hold on. I smell a Tsuji. Oh, it's so freaking close! Okay. So that's the sequence, then I go here. Block. Crap, no, that doesn't work. Can I... How do I get this move? What if I go here? Can I bait you? Bait. Hane, there. Hane, block. Boom. Dawn magic! You gotta bait him! It's the bullcrap strategy. You say, hey, there's Aji here. I need this move to make it work. How do I get this move? And then you find something to get that move. And then it works. Because, like, people usually don't read at this level, so it's very... Once you find a plan, it's unlikely that they'll see that you're doing that. You're kind of dying everywhere. Stop trying to save everything. Remember how I said single-digit Qs? Throw in a ladder. Hold on. What? Throw in and ladder. Where did I miss? What did I miss? Where did I miss a throw-in and ladder? E10. E10. Oh, that one. You make an interesting point. Ah! Very interesting point you've made. Okay. What was my first move again? It's here. What if I go here instead? You just gotta counter the counter. That's it. Just gotta keep countering the counters. But you're playing out the dead stuff and you're kind of dying. Yeah, you keep making another weak group as you're trying to live. So you had one weak group here. Then you got 2. And then... Thank you. And then while you're trying to live, you got cut here, so that was a mistake, but your corner becomes the next weak group while you're trying to live over here. You're getting cut in defense. That is what's costing you the game. All the other stuff is like, yeah, sure, I'd love to be able to profit or whatever, but the thing that's losing you instantly is you are not defending the weak group, you are just getting another weak group. Just don't die. Just don't die. What's the worst that happened? Like your opponent gets 10 points? Okay, well, if you die... What are we at? What are we at? It's 40. 10 is a lot easier to deal with than 40. Don't panic. Just fix. Defense first. Then you can worry about how to profit. Right, and hopefully you find that helpful. Okay. Who was it that posted this link? Fiashi. Why do people never use the same names? Are you black or white? Sure. I'll add that to a little list here. Your flash. Fiashi sounds funnier. Therefore, it is a better name. Okay. I want to say... that you're trying to build the right here. But if you're trying to build the right, and this is I'm trying to just read your mind, okay? If you're trying to build the right, it looks like this. Because you're trying to make a fudge. I knew that. I don't like this move, and I don't know why. I don't like this either. Okay, I think I know why. I think I know why. So, personally, I hate positions where I have the side and my opponent has both corners. I want at least one corner. I don't like building a framework without a corner. I don't like this kind of idea. I think the X's are bigger than the circles. So when I build... I'd prefer to do it when I have a combination. This is my opinion. My opening sucks, so take it for what you will. If we're going to go this way, you could have a Taried. Now you've got a lot of points. I'm not sure. Well, you're playing a star point and a 3-3, so are you doing just to have fun, or do you actually have like a combination in mind, and I just don't know it because I don't study the 3-3? I like black. I think black's better. Experimenting. Do this. Pick an opening. Okay. This one has 131 games have played here. These are all pro games, by the way. 131 games have played here. 100 blah 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 blah. Right? Your opponent played here. So in this, daggum, that went down a lot. Recent years, AI, got it. That makes more sense. So one, but they're probably aiming at these moves, yeah. Because there's a way to switch it where if you block this side, you still get this side. There's a way to switch it. Double Hane. Aha. There's 4. Looks like the double Hane is the only move after the Hane. And it's the most common, it looks like. 44%. So what I would do, if I'm trying to learn an opening, I would start with this. Give yourself, because you can experiment forever, infinitely, and go. So you have to like start somewhere. So I would start with some sort of prose opening. And when you're looking at the games, look over here on the left, you can see the years. And it's kind of cool to see how things change in the year. So like number 3 was unthinkable. We knew it was a bad move. It was just awful. Never do it, right? Just bad. Don't give your opponent a free wall. But you'll notice after AI, it's now a thing. This one has 131. Yeah. So I would start with this. Then you play a game, and your opponent's not going to do any of it, right? Your opponent's not going to do any of it. But you should have an idea of the direction and Joseki choices, right? You should have some sort of idea. Then your opponents do it, mess you up, you review. Use the AI, and only use the AI for like the first 25, 30 moves. After that, it's completely different. Don't worry about it, right? For the first 25 moves, you can get insanely good doing that. Pick a pro opening, pick a pro combination, figure out the Josekis. You should also look up Josekis if you don't know them, like Josekipedia. Learn the expected patterns from that opening. Go play it against your level, see what choices they make, and then see what the AI recommends. The AI recommends probably going in a similar direction as a pro, but it's going to use a different variation, blah, blah, blah. Or maybe it has multiple answers. A lot of times there's more than one option. You pick the Joseki that you feel comfortable with and that you like, and then you learn that Joseki. And what you're doing is you're learning the Josekis that are applying to your opening. Instead of just learning the ones that everyone plays just because everyone knows it, you're learning the ones that are actually usable in your opening. You're learning the ones that your games are using. You don't have to learn all of them, you just need to learn the ones that you're using. The opening's more important because if you pick a Joseki, but you have no idea how to use it in the opening, it doesn't matter. Yeah, totally. Modern style. Honestly, 3-3 is really good because people, like I said earlier, people just don't know how to use thickness. So it's really nice. No. Black. Black is looking at this top side, so just take it away. Also, the left is an open skirt. The left is super duper small. An open skirt, we don't want it. Don't be skirt chasing. There is no territory to be had here. And if your opponent blocks right here and you stay connected, your opponent's making a combination. It works. I much more prefer the slide lately, though. Second line's typically bad, but this slide in particular is really nice for escaping a corner because it prevents all of this crap. Like, this is fine too. I'm not saying this is bad. I just don't like it. Okay, so I just slide. So if it can be squeezed, I just slide. How did black get a weak group out of this? Why is black building the left? How did you get more on the top than black did? I don't understand. Direction of play. This is fine. Yeah, this is fine. Four, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 10, 12. Yeah, you're still doing okay. I think this one's too much. This corner's a lot of territory. If you play here and force this, fix something another. How do I fix this? What if I just go here? I have more cash. It's not super great, so this is not the AI move for sure. Maybe it's here. I don't know. It feels like a lot of cash though to just give black, and you didn't really need more stones here. I feel like you're two-spacing just the two-space. What are you doing? Are you developing? Are you reducing? Because you're alive. You're not playing defense. Nope, 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 nope. You're supposed to do this. This stone might make a difference, though. Let me think about it. Okay, if you have to fix here, then that means this is Sente. So, like, go here or something. If the peep is Sente, then don't ignore this move. This shape is not fun. This or this. This wall should be attacking something. Instead, it's a heavy weak group. Walls suck at defense. They have no eyes. They're terrible. Having a wall as a weak group is really annoying. Walls are meant to attack or to support a reduction or invasion. It means to do something. If it becomes a weak group for no amazing value, it's really annoying. I agree, but maybe do it more in Sente. Actually, if black goes this way, I guess it's... this is probably still too good. So here? Or here, actually. What about that? That looks good. Try to... As you get stronger, you want your moves to be a little bit more Sente. So cap is a good move, but if here, I think Sente... You do it a little bit more Sente if you can. The greed. Massive wall. Godzilla wants to protect his little turtle. There's a giant New York City over here. Or New York City. See the freaking tower or whatever? The Statue of Liberty. It's got the turret. Well, yada, yada, yada. Godzilla, Statue of Liberty, but turtle. There's a lot of cutting points. Okay, the wall is alive now. Walls love attacking stuff. There's cutting points. Attack something. There you go. Awesome. Wait, what? Yeah, go, go. Yes! Yes! This is the crap that we need. Who cares about 2 stones? Attack this giant bull crap. I'm loving it. Wait, wait. Attack from the weakness. Attack from the weakness. Can we seal him actually? Because this is an Atari and then push in the block. That. Yeah, you're fine. Can we seal? Seal. No, no, no! Okay. What if I go here? Dang nabbit! Okay. Attack the whole thing then. Attack the whole freaking thing. Oh man, you can't surround it. That sucks. Okay, where's the profit? Ooh, let's get forcing moves over here. Forcing moves. Okay, now can I do it? Come on, you little Aji, you. Give me something. I don't know. I've only spent 1 minute reading this, so I don't know. Okay, but yeah, this is good. Attack something. It's great. But careful, don't lose the cutting stones. They're really important. I love it. Why do people do this? Just read 3 moves. Oh my gosh. It's literally 3 moves. And the difference is like, this is 4 points. Right, because there's still a reduction and stuff, yeah? It's more than... Holy crap. Okay, and then it's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. So it's like a 15-point difference because white gained down here as well. I don't know, it's like 10 to 15 points and it's only 3 moves. Just read 3 moves and it's a 15-point difference probably. Crazy. No, you can just evade that. At least co it up. There's here, there's here. You don't have to reduce that. That's invadable. Also, are you done? I don't think you're done. You are not done. There is still death to be had. And by that I mean attacking for profit. Maybe here. Looking at this area. This would be a beautiful squeeze if we could get it, but it's fine. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Maybe just go here or something. Get this. Black does something, another to live. I don't care. It does something, something happens, and then I invade. I get 6 to 8 points, then invade. Yeah. There was a quote by a guy named Jay Lee, who was the top amateur in the U.S. for many years. He was a 7-dan. And this is like almost 20 years ago, right? And he said if you can read 4 moves perfectly, you're a dan player. You can read 4 moves, you know, nets, ladders, all the tsujis, just 4 moves. You can always see it. You're a dan player. Ah. Are you going to Ko? Otherwise, Nobi. Yeah. You just need to know all the basic shapes and see them 4 moves in advance. And you can read like a dan player. Then from there, it's just game experience and creativeness. But you'll have the reading of a dan player. Sente is important if you're not going to Ko. Whoa, why? Why even play that then? If you're not going to Ko, no problems. Speaking of self-promotion, tsumegodragon.com. No problem site, split up by category. Learn all the categories at every level. And then from there, you apply them in different situations. You figure out, okay, this is a net, and nets are used to capture cutting stones. This is a ladder, ladders are used to capture cutting stones. This is a creative way to make a net. This is more complex, blah, 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 blah. And then you combine them in a game to get profit, or do this, or do that. Or if your opponents make a mistake, you can punish. And when you make a mistake in a game or you miss something, A is like, hey, you missed the net, then go do net problems. This doesn't make sense to me. Why not connect? There's no way to lose this. Okay, just so you know, you got 2 games in front of you. Just so you know. But there's no way for this to die. So why would you give black the endgame? Little stuff like this adds up. I think after move 7, let's just do one move 100. Move 100. Everyone's brains gets tired. So if you don't double down your focus, your quality drops like 2 ranks. After move 100, both players get like 2 ranks weaker. But if you can reset and double down your focus, like take a breath, reset, reevaluate, and don't miss your like basics of stuff. Just simplify it to basics, like double-digit Q crap. You will gain like 10 to 20 points doing that. Because little stuff like this, you lost 2 points here and 1 point here. So that's 3 points. This is a 3-point mistake. And I guarantee you make at least 5, probably 10 from move 100 to the very end of the game. You probably make 3 to 5 point mistakes like a dozen times. Which means you can improve your game like a dozen points by just finish the game without losing a point. Like if you just block whatever, there's no weak groups, yada yada yada, just go to the end game and just make sure you just make the points. But if you do little stuff like this, this is the difference between, I think, a 4Q and a 1-dan. It's little stuff like this. It just adds up. And you'll find these by doing self-reviews. At the end of the game, take like 5-minute break, come back and look at the last like 100 moves. From move 100 to whatever, find 5. You can find 5, then you're training your eyes to see it, to notice it. And then you're less likely to play it in the future. That's how you can train yourself on that. And just 2-point moves, 3-point moves. There's like a dozen of them probably, but just find 5. Find 5 more points after move 100. And you're just training yourself, and that'll improve the amount of points you can get in a game. That's probably good enough for this review, so hopefully you found that helpful. Go ahead and jump to the next one.
Review stuff.
Da-da-da, da-da-da. What? Yeah, when I teach my students, when I give lessons, speaking of, I do lessons. When I do, regarding these one move mistakes, can white ignore it and play away? Surely there's a move somewhere worth 3 points. Ah, no. If it was ignorable, then it's not worth 3 points because you would just ignore it, right? What I'm referring to, endgame math is insanely complex, okay? I just simplify it. Like, PhD level mathematicians have trouble solving endgame and go. But the idea is, if I threaten a lot of stuff, you have to block it, okay? But if I do it in a way that loses me 1 point, and you block it, and you get to leave first, then I've lost several points, even though I'm the one who started it. So you have to threaten something bigger than the biggest move for it to be Sente. But if it's Sente, you're only looking at the change in value there. If it wasn't Sente, you wouldn't play there. If you're not threatening something big, you wouldn't play there. But the way you respond can be 1 to 3 points different. So yeah, if you ignore, you lose 10. But if you don't ignore, and you play A, and you lose 1 point, or B, you lose 4 points, then play A. It's a 3 point difference. But you have to play it, right? You have to block. So otherwise, it wouldn't be Sente. So you are correct, but also, when I'm saying 3 points, I'm saying different ways of responding, not that you shouldn't respond, because the threat is usually bigger than 3 points. I was saying something about my lessons. What was I saying? I forgot. Interesting. I think the more powerful way is to run while cutting. So if you defend... Oh, that's what I was saying. The 10 points thing. What I teach my students is first how to get to the end of the game without dying. Defense first. Lose by 30 points or less. Just get to the end of the game without losing the game by resignation. Defense first. That's it. Get to the end of the game. You can do that, and it's 30 points or less. That's step 1. Step 2 is about playing the big moves, not just wasting moves on little stuff, but playing the big moves. If you're alive, move on, right? Get the big frameworks, blah, blah, blah. Set up chances to fight. Step 3 is look for attack timings. So you play defense, then offense if it exists, and then big move to set up a future offense, right? So by mastering all 3 of those, you will win. Defense first prevents you from losing by resignation. Big moves are to set up fights to your advantage. Attacking is how you gain a lead. And then endgame is wrapping it all up without losing points. All 4 steps of those that order is kind of how I teach in order to get you to the end of the game. And once you're good enough that you can get to the end of the game, like less than 20 points, once it's less than 20, you start looking for those 3-point moves. Look for those 3-point moves, and you can gain that 20 very fast. Okay, I would say below 5Q, less than 35 or less than 40 points is a close game. Because one mistake, one dead group, and it's like 30 points. That's all it takes. So if you can find like a few 5-point mistakes, that adds up to 40 very quickly. And if your opponent makes a giant mistake because they don't play defense, then there's the 40 points right there. So first, get the game close, then worry about the little stuff. So the concept here, I would say probably you want to learn how to defend yourself with a counterattack. So if you are weak, defend yourself. Defense first, right? What I just said. But if you have the option of defending yourself here, or defending yourself in a way that's slightly less efficient defense, but it hurts your opponent, then that one's usually better. So if I have make a base, run away. Make a base is better than run away. But if I run away and it also cuts and attacks 2 groups, that one's going to be better. So counterattacking is better, is the best defense. So if you can counterattack, do that one. Otherwise, make a base. Yeah, so when you see a fight, this is something I think is very common. When there's a fight, players are like, oh, my opponent's a weak group. Boom, let's go sauce. Let's go attack. Right? They just want to do that. You're supposed to be playing defense. But now you have the opposite problem. I have a weak group. Turtle. Defend. Base. Blah, blah, blah. You have to see both at the same time. Defense is the higher priority. Okay? Defense is the higher priority. But counterattack. Use that weakness to defend yourself in Sente. See both simultaneously, and your attack and defense will be much stronger. Attack max power when you're fine, when you're alive. If you're not alive, defend yourself in Sente. Don't worry about... The profit is you being alive, okay? That's all you gotta do. The profit is living in Sente. Use the weak groups to live. So when you attack and there's a weakness, attack from the weakness. This is building a framework. A framework is setting up a position to attack from. This looks like you're trying to get this as profit. Profit is here. Pros and cons. The rules are easier than chess. The abstract is harder than chess. Chess visually is a lot more interesting. This one is a lot longer, so if you like long games, this one's a lot longer. There's pros and cons. I think they use the same parts of the brain, though, so it's pretty interesting in that sense. Same parts of the problem-solving brain activate in both. Well, yeah, that's just because there's more lines. Literally, it's a 8x8 versus a 19x19. Like, mathematically, it's just impossible to compare the two. I kind of want to still cut or cap, and then when my opponent plays here, I'll get the profit naturally. So, yes, but not in the way you're probably going to hope for. When you learn something, this is true with anything, okay? When you get really good at something, what you've developed is the discipline more than anything else. You know that thing inside and out. So if you're to switch to something else, you can't just know all that stuff somewhere else. It just doesn't work like that. So if you know opening patterns in chess, that is not transfer. But the idea of countering a plan or whatever and thinking like A, B, C, but what if I do this instead? That transfers. The problem solving, the ability to handle a loss, that's something a lot of players have to build. The ability to tolerate failure. That is something that everyone that wants to master anything has to learn how to deal with. So if you're really good at one thing, it'll be easier for you to learn another thing than it will be for someone else who's never learned anything, if that makes sense. I saw a StarCraft professional, StarCraft 2 professional. He changed games and went to teamfight tactics. Okay, he was a pro in teamfight tactics in a few months because he had the discipline to go into it 8 to 10 hours a day, looking up all the numbers, all the rules, the mathematics, blah, blah, blah. He went into it like a professional, with a professional mindset. So being good at something will help, yes. But you won't be able to just use the same tactics. There's a difference. Strategy transfers, tactics don't. What? Bishop Queen sucks. Just saying. A little bit tilted. bishop queen in chess is freaking annoying. Okay. Speaking from a lot of checkmates, I really hate the bishop queen combo. Then don't. If you enjoy it, if you want to watch this for fun, cool. But if you enjoy chess and you don't want to do something else, then don't. Like, do the thing that you enjoy, right? So yeah, I would love for you to learn Go. I would love for you to play Go and have fun with it. But if you like chess, play chess. If you want to try this, try this. Do the thing that you're enjoying. If you're doing the thing that you enjoy less than something else, you're going to learn it less than the other thing. The thing that you're enjoying the most is the thing that you'll improve at the fastest. This is a hobby for most people. If this is not the thing you want to be doing when you get home from work, then play chess. Go for it. And the thing is, in your world, you are the main character in your world. In your life, you are the main character. In your life, chess is the best game. In my life, Go is the best game. Then play chess. You're the main character. You're the pro tag in the chess community. Have you ever seen a chess manga character go into a shonen freaking Dragon Ball Z and do well? No. Stick to your manga. Yeah, if you want to try Go, like, I would love for you to play Go. But if you enjoy chess, have fun. Like, do the thing that you're enjoying. If you get stressed and need to take a break, and that's when I could recommend like other strategy games. Like, I'm sick of this. I've been looking at this. I've put thousands of hours, and I can't enjoy it anymore because it's become work now. That can become a thing. At that point, you can go play something else as a break. Like, go take a break, play something else, and remember to have fun. How to have fun again. Then if you feel yourself like ready to go back because you just want to now, then you can go back to it because you want to, not because you're like, I can't waste all this effort. What is it? The sunk cost fallacy. What makes people torture themselves with the same game? I don't think I'll have time to get to this because I think I only have like 20-30 minutes left, and I still have I have 4 games tab now. Yeah, I don't understand this at all. This is your timing. This is defense-ish, good. Big move, cool. But how are you going to win? You win by attacking. This is preventing a combination that will attack you. This is preventing the combination. I would love to. I do not have the time because my wife has to stream after this, and there's literally 3 games after this one, and then it would be yours. So I wish I could, but unfortunately I just won't have the time today. And then tomorrow I have 3 lessons, and then Friday I have 2 lessons, but I think I'll have 1 hour where I can do game reviews. I try to do game reviews Monday through Wednesday though. Clausius. So yeah, this is preventing something to attack you. The way you win, though, is you attack something. The attack and offense is the higher priority. That's what's going to change the result. You have a target. Target acquired. Boom. Go attack it. And this is the shape point cap of a 1-space jump. Go attack. This is big stuff. This is urgent stuff. Knight's moves. Ladder. That one is not. But it's probably too much because this will get squeezed probably on some level. But we check that crap. Knight's moves are a good way that your opponent can die. Let me just do this. Defense and then go like crazy on it. Answer. That's stealing eye space. White doesn't have eye space. So you're stealing nothing. Yeah, I have a bot that lets me see both chats. Okay. Your opponent's clearly saying, I'm not going to defend this. I'm going to get this over here. So be careful. When your opponent's like, I'm all in on this one thing, okay, hesitate and be like, what if I give that to you? So you could just go in and be like, I'm stopping your plan. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, now we're going back to my plan, my game. You can't just 100%. Or sometimes give them what they want can be an option. So say, hey, maybe here. Hey, you want it? You want it? You want it? You can have it. 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 All right. Good job. You got the left side. Way to go. I don't know. It's just sometimes giving them what they want is a good idea, but don't just ignore everything that they're doing if they're focusing on doing one thing. Because one thing can be very large if you just never stop it. Round. Oh, but why did you... Attack! He's literally trying to live now. Now he's invested. Maybe here. That way you can get this around with that shape. Or unsettle. Where's the profit going to be? Ah, this is an annoying shape. I want to double attack somehow. How do I double attack? I don't know. Some sort of attack idea. Just want you to attack. That's the thing. Cap should be better. Cut. Your opponent is playing cuttable shapes for defense. Cut. Cut. This one's not good because of that stone, but those are nice. But I don't know. I don't freaking know. This one should be juicy, though. Your opponent is running with cutting points. Cut them. If you're going to take anything from this, I would say you're not attacking your opponent. You're letting them connect. You're letting them tanuki and then come back and defend themselves. You're not attacking floating groups. You got to attack stuff. And then after you start attacking, you want to look for the profit, how to attack and gain stuff while you're attacking. I want to say that's what you should take from this game. All right, this is probably the final one. I'm going to have to go through this quickly. Green for white. Are there engines for Go? Like, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. What is the big one? Is it Stockfish? Do you know AlphaGo? Yeah, so the chess AI was really strong, I believe. I don't know for sure. Like, I'm not big on the community stuff. But AlphaGo came out, which was Google, and it conquered Go. First AI to ever do it, conquered Go. And I'm pretty sure they used that technology to make the chess AI much better, even though it was already strong. Like, it just like, I'm already beating people, but let's go ahead and get even stronger. Why not? So yeah, we definitely have that. We got it in 2016. Yeah. Basically, it came out like, I'm proving a point, and now you guys can get better than me. I don't care. I'm moving on to other billion-dollar projects. 2016 is when AI finally conquered Go, and we did not expect it to happen because Google's really good at keeping secrets. And then they're like, hey, guys, entire world, we can beat Go now. Yeah, that whole thing where you thought AI couldn't beat Go, that was yesterday's news. Today, Go has been conquered. No, not in that sense, but Go is definitely like beyond human capabilities with AI now. It has not been solved particularly. Careful, you don't want to get too close to that, because if you get pincered, you don't have enough space to make a base. I would say here. That way, when you make a base, you're 2 spaces away from a thick wall. Yeah, mathematically, it's just too big. What makes Go so insanely big in numbers is the fact that things can be removed, and then that same spot can be filled again in the future. And then also there's loops called Ko, which technically is not allowed to have a position repeat, but there's ways around that to still get a lot of loops. But the idea is because it's not even 361 factorial, it's 361 factorial plus all the potential captures. And if something big gets captured, that gives you another whole like giant factorial number. So it's insanely big. They did calculate how many moves, how many positions were mathematically possible in the last decade. And it was an insanely large number, but has not been solved yet. Okay, I like this. You're making a base while double pincering. This is really good. Uh-huh. But I would rather cut. Remember earlier I said I don't like having the side with no corner? But if I go here, thank you. Then I am building, let's fix the cut at this level. I am building a giant influence while also cutting black. And now I have a combination that also is going to attack the stone. So usually I would encourage you to block the side that you can develop. And if this is a fourth line, it develops this center quadrant as well. Do not peep cutting points. If you can cut, cut. Do not fix it for your opponent. Very bad habit. This cut works. You can also go this direction. Do not fix it for your opponent. Bad habit. Ah, I just smacked myself. Hey. We just need a computer that needs less things to think. Like, quantum computing, if I knew anything about that. The secret to attack and defense is cutting points. Letting yourself get cut is a good way to lose the fight. If you can cut your opponent, that's a way to win the fight. If you're both cuttable, you have to balance your cuts because it's a higher priority. So if you do this, you're like, haha, I've got you, but it's a ladder, then you're not cuttable. And if they do this and they're like, haha, I got you, do they though? Then you can counterattack. But if you don't know that, you have to fix. You have to be okay at the end of the variation. Defense first. And it's all about the cutting points. The only reason strong players don't protect the cutting point is because we have a plan for it. Not that we're just going to let it get cut. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. And everything falls apart. All about these cutting points. Attack and defense 101. Don't get cut. Don't miss Ataris. We're at 12Q. How do we not know this? Go problems. Go problems. If you're missing Ataris, then you just take a step back. Like D-rank. Doesn't matter, right? Rank's not that important. If you're missing something below your level, then go back and get it. Don't keep trying to go forward and drop more stuff. Go back and pick up the thing you missed. If you're missing Ataris, maybe go and do some low-level problems. Go maybe on the smaller board until you stop missing Ataris. Now, if you just once, one-off thing, it doesn't really matter. But if you're doing King consistently, then take a step back and relearn it. Right? Even if it's like below your level, who cares? If you keep going, you're going to get stuck. Right? You're going to hard get stuck. Go back and pick up the stuff you missed. Yeah. I don't know if you were here earlier, but I have the Classy Approach series. This is my breakdown from beginner to like almost dawn level. It's long, so just watch the first video of each section unless you have the time for more. And then I am building a Go problem site that organizes itself into categories. So if you're missing Ataris, do the capture section or connect section. If you're missing cuts, do the connect and cut section, right? If you're missing nets, go do the net problems, right? This is whatever. So, and then I just said this on Reddit. I don't care how much you study, 90% of your effort needs to be playing the game. Okay? I would love for you to learn this stuff and watch all this stuff, but if you're not playing games, it doesn't matter. So make sure you don't do too much. Which one are you referring to? My stream, tsumegodragon, or my YouTube? What are you referring to exactly? tsumegodragon. Did I release that? Oh, I did. I was like, did I release that? I'm trying to get the mobile done because I did this one, but this one can't be used on mobile. So I'm working on the mobile today. And I guess I just pushed the desktop one live and forgot. But yeah, thank you. I'm glad you would like it. I put a lot of effort into. Clearly, I just do this all the time, but I'm very happy that it is appreciated. I do so many things that I forgot what I've done. But yeah, I was working on the mobile today. I did that one the other day, the last couple days. I have like a whole like Milanote thing with a bunch of pictures and references to try to come up with ideas because I suck at design. I'm going to leave it at that. I think that's going to be the big thing, is just mastering these cutting points and captures. Do that, and then come to get another review. That's kind of what you want to do, is you want to learn one or two things that you're missing. Go get those two things, then come back, get another one. Get two more things, go get those, practice, repeat, right? So you're like, hey, I'm missing this. Drill it, practice it, mess it up, practice it, practice it. Okay, now go get another review. Okay, now you're missing this. Go. It might be the same thing, might be something else. Then you go drill it, learn it, whatever, practice, 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 go get another review. And you just repeat that process for the rest of your life. See, that 50-hour playlist isn't looking that bad now, huh? Compared to the rest of your life. All right, I can do one question from this game. One thing. What do I want to do? What do I want to do? What do I want to do? I don't even know if I'm reviewing for black or white. One lesson. One lesson. One thing. Is it black or white in this game? You're playing white. Okay. Okay. What is the most important thing from this game? Just taking a quick look through, I think the thing that you need to work on the most is just connecting your stuff. Now, what I mean by that is your groups are all okay, but they have a lot of holes in them. So, for example, 2-space into a 2-space has a cut to Tsuji. Okay, just remember that. Over here, there's a lot of liberty problems because you have cut Aji. Down here, you didn't need a tiger's mouth, so these are unnecessary co-threats. And in here, you lost a stone when you didn't need to. You could have just connected. Yeah, probably just connect. I remember I was a bit worried about getting cut off. Yeah. You need to try to counter your own problem. So if you say connection is the move, but, then read that but and try to counter it before you just don't play the connection. The connection's usually better. So just a quick glance, I would say stuff like this, you double Hane or you connect. You don't Nobi. Because as you saw, the Nobi has low liberties. Tsuji's happen there. Or empty triangles and things die, right? So in this case, I would just connect. In this case, it's double Hane because your opponent has to do that, and then you can connect, or you can keep surrounding. But what you don't want is stuff that leads them to triangles. Okay. Here, again, you did the same thing. You Hane'd from, oh, you Nobi'd from a Hane. Connect. It's really ugly, but also those two stones were ugly in the first place. There's Peeps. There's Ataris. There's a Peep right here as well because of that. So, and this is an empty triangle to fix. It's really ugly shape. It's really hard to defend. Maybe this is the way to defend it. It gets the most eye shape, but it's really annoying. Right? It's little stuff like that that's getting you in troublesome shapes that are causing you issues in the future. Another one was here, which you and everyone else keep playing. I have to say this so many times a month. Connect. Tiger's mouths are cool, but they suck. Okay, they're really bad shape. Unless they do a second thing. Tiger's mouths are much worse than the connection, but connections only can do one thing. Tiger's mouths can do two. So if you need eyes, Tiger's mouth is good. If you don't, connect. Don't give the co-threats. Nice. Yeah, the amount of times I see this, everyone wants to play the Tiger's Mouth. It's a tiger. Tigers are cool. Yeah, but connections are better. If there's two cutting points, Tiger's Mouth is great at fixing two. Connection is better at fixing one. So it's all about that secondary purpose. If you don't have a secondary purpose, the Tiger's Mouth is usually not the right answer. Usually. Here, it's a knight into a knight into a knight. Play diagonal. You have a cutting shape, which this one's very flexible, so that one's not a good example, but this sort of knight into a knight has like two cutting points and a potential empty triangle. There's different ways to cut too, so it's just very cuttable. So once you have a cuttable shape, go into a connected shape. It's just a little bit safer. Do the same job, but a little bit safer. Now, there's obviously going to be more to it than that, but I would say at a glance, that's one of the big things that I am noticing in your play is there's just a lot of cuttable shape. And remember this Tsuji. 2 space into a 2 space next to the edge. Remember that there's a cut. If there's no escape routes for the outside stone, if all your stones are attacking it, this is a really powerful cut. Oh, I died to it many a time. That is why, yeah. At least you didn't have to learn this by someone killing you. Because that's how I learned it. Yeah, it's very important and not many people know it. At least at this level. Sometimes you have to learn things by dying, and that was one of the things I had to learn by dying. And I was like, what is this witchcraft? That 2-space jump is solid. What is this? Why is this a thing? This is stupid. Witchcraft, man. But yeah, it turns out it's because it's into a cuttable shape creates Tsujis. Now, they don't always work, but it's a lot of Aji for Tsujis. So cuttable shape into a connected shape is usually safer. And hopefully you find that helpful. All right, we are out of time. So we're going to go ahead and wrap it up here. And then my wife will hop on in the next 15 to 30 minutes after she gets stuff together. And that is going to be Age_Dyer. And she's going to be streaming a little bit ago and then switch to Baldur's Gate if you like that game. Come on, learn to spell. You want ER? Yeah. All right, hope you guys enjoy the stream. I found it educational and helpful. And I will see you guys next time.